Hello, everyone. Just give a few minutes. We'll get started. All that jazz. Good stuff. Got a few in the chat. How are you? We'll just get started in a few moments. If you're in the chat right now, just say hi. About 8, we'll get about 10. I'll start. Hey, Jason. Hey, that does look so official. Yeah. Well, you know something? Our marketing team makes me look good. So thank you to Dave and Jeff for this one. Hello from Germany. How are you, me? Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, Revenge of the 5th. Hope your May the 4th went very, very well. This is our news desk for May the 5th, 2022, with 3 weeks away from Star Wars Celebration. 3 weeks from today, Star Wars Celebration Anaheim 2022 begins. And we're going to be launching with that amazing Disney Plus panel, which will be absolutely incredible. A lot of surprises, a lot of things we know, a lot of things we don't know, but absolutely incredible. Just want to go over some things that with 3 weeks out, how you should start to be thinking about what you're doing during celebration, how to prepare for some of the best days of all time. Want to mention that, first of all, my name is Spencer. I'm one of the admins for this group and one of the founders of the Virtual Cantina. Welcome to being a member of our Virtual Cantina family. And we're going to go over like a number of things. So if you have any questions, I'll hit questions towards the end of this broadcast. But this is to generate some interest and some hope for you guys so you can see what's going on with preparing for celebration. Now, we know the panel schedule. We know for the most part how many people are signing and what days are signing right now. I'm going to talk a lot today, but I want to first preface that I don't work for Repop. I don't work for Official Picks. I don't work for Lucasfilm. I don't work for Disney. And I do not bow to any sponsor. My bad. Anyway, so this is all fan generated. And from the amount of times that I've researched, and I want to pass it on to you guys. So I want to talk today about the rule of 3. The rule of 3 is what you have to do, what you want to do, and what you like to do if you have more time. Right now, we have a list of all panels that are available, including that new ILM lighting one with Lawrence Kassan and Ron Howard. It looks absolutely fantastic, which is our Friday panel. But start to write down by days, get a piece of paper or an Excel, break it up into the quarters, and with that, start to write down what panels you might want to go to. From there, add what autographs and photo ops you currently have there. And also start looking at, what you might want to buy. So you can have separate lists. Now, right now on the Epic Ops app, you are able to maneuver photo ops and autographs to different days if that person is going to be there. The time situations are not set in stone yet, but eventually they hopefully will, because in 2019, we were able to maneuver by the hours as well. So start to put together a list of the thing you have to do, the thing you want to do, and the thing that you're okay with missing, but if you have an opportunity to go from there. And here's the thing, if you follow the rule of 3, you will always be going to something that you like and you want to do. And you might not hit everything because the celebration could be overwhelming. There's a lot of great stuff there. But at the end of the day, you will feel like I received the best information. I had the most epic time at Star Wars Celebration, and we want to make sure that you do, because that's the whole thing about what we do here. I just want to let you know that the only person you cannot maneuver days for is Ewan McGregor. He's completely sold out. Again, as of this morning. What's up, everybody? So remember, make an Excel or a piece of paper and put it into quarters by day and start to figure out what's going on. When you finally figure out get your time schedule for your photo ops and your autographs, then you can put a concrete schedule together, plus with the backups and everything you want to do. Another recommendation is if you have an iPhone or a Galaxy Droid, use the calendar feature. Put the time frames of everything that's going to be in your calendar, as well as put a 15 and a 5-minute bell so you can easily go and have a reminder of what might be coming up. That's how I did in 2019. I had everything lined up from there, even the things that I had as my secondary and my tertiary, so I could see right there. But I had a hard copy as well because I want to make sure that I had something tangible and also something visual. So keep that in mind. So at 11:30 this morning, thanks to our moderators, the Governor, John Notman, and April Ruley, we have a new feature called Hidden Gems of Celebration. It's a sheet that has the panels that we recommend that if you have an opportunity to go to, these are the ones you should hit. There's a lot of off the beaten path panels out there and events that if you're so consumed with the main stage panel or your argos and your photo ops, you might not know that there's some other great content out there. So we're making it very easy for you. Today, about a half an hour ago, we posted the Hidden Gems of Celebration Thursday edition on the page. Take a look at that. It's got some great listings right there, some great events. And this is just our suggestion of a number of things that you should go to. And next Friday, we'll be releasing the Friday card, the Saturday and the Sunday as we go on for Celebration. Thank you everybody else for joining us today. So keep in mind, once again, the rule of 3, what you want to do, so what you have to do, what you want to do, and what you are okay with missing, but if you have an opportunity to go to, you're going to go to. If you follow that rule, you'll never have a bad celebration. Secondly, you should be starting to think about what you're going to put into your con bag, meaning it could be a backpack. There is a number of things that we are absolutely recommending. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you have a charger. Here we have right here is my brick. I usually carry a brick and maybe 3 or 4 of the small little chargers as well, just because in 2017, I was a newbie going to Celebration, my first real con, and day 4, I was online for Timothy Zahn and my phone died. Luckily, someone in line had a brick and let me plug into that for a little bit until I was able to get back to the hotel and charge my phone. But these days, your phone has everything. It's your camera, it's your iPod, it's your video camera, social media. You want to make sure that you have enough juice. So make sure you have a good charger. Also, make sure you have extra wires like lightning plugs or anything of that nature, and even a wall jack. Because the thing is that if you've got some downtime and you buy an outlet, make sure that you plug into the outlet right then and there if you have the opportunity to. But make sure your phone is charged. Also, you want to get yourself a little pill case, which you get at CVS or Walgreens, that you can put in like some aspirin, some Benadryl, some Prilosec if you get an acid, just things to keep on going throughout the day. Another thing is a water bottle. Water can cost the upwards of $7 a bottle for a 20-ounce bottle of water. What I recommend is something like this. This is a Brita bottle. What I do is in the morning before I leave my hotel is I fill it with water, fill it with ice, and I actually fill it with Propel as well, get some electrolytes. And that can last me most of the day until I have a meal or whatever, and I want to have a soda or a beer or something of that nature. But I might only have to fill that up once. That's a lifesaver if you're staying in line for a long time, you need something to drink, the water bottle is something to go for. Also, I recommend if you're going to do multiple photo ops. Now, when I do photo ops, I like to have a shirt for each person, because I think it adds to the experience, but you don't have to. But we're also going to smell too. I mean, we've been walking around con all day, maybe 10,000 to 15,000 different steps that you're going to be taking that day. Bring a change of shirts. Even if you're not changing for photo op to photo op like I was. I had like 4 changes on the Sunday of Chicago for photo ops. But just to make sure that you're freshened up, you have deodorant, make sure you have deodorant. Also a pair of socks. An extra pair of socks can go a long way as well in case you're sweating, you're running around, you're trying to get to certain places, you don't get foot fungus, all that jazz. The next thing I have on my list, if I can get there, is a long sleeve shirt like this one right here, or a zip-up hoodie or a sweatshirt, because right now we're going to be going to California at the end of May, early June. It's going to start to get bloody hot. So that the air conditioning is going to be blasting inside the convention hall. You don't want to be too cold, you don't want to be too hot. So make sure you have some long sleeves with you as well. So if it does get really cold, you have something to put over yourself at that point. Also snacks. If you're coming to a celebration, snacks can be very expensive as well. I mean, they might have food trucks outside, but the food courts have been very good, but they've been very costly. And some people are paying like $12 for a slice of pizza. When you get to town, try to find the local 7-Eleven, Target, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, and pick up granola bars, Pop-Tarts, the cheese and cracker sets. So little things you can nosh on, because if you're staying online and you're getting hungry, you want to have a snack. So make sure that you have snacks as well. Getting to con, I recommend also that if the doors open at 10 o'clock in the morning, get there at least 2 hours before. That way you can get a line. Some people might be lining up a little bit later on, but some people might not. So, just take a look at that. Make sure that you're giving ample time, because the lines will get very, very long. Yes, don't go to the store the first day either. Thank you very much, Kane. The store will be packed day one. So make sure that you work out time that you can actually go there, because sometimes you might be taking up most of your day just to go to the store. I'm going to talk a little bit about autographing, but also I want to plug that on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, on the Virtual Cantina Network, which is www.youtube.com/thevirtualcantina-network. Our very own Frank Rich will bring you Celebrating Autographs, the final edition for 2022. But I want to talk a little bit about things that you want to prep for your autographs. If you're getting autographs, first thing I'll recommend is bringing your own pens. It could be a Sharpies, paint pens. I mean, I particularly like either Deco, or my favorite is the Craft Smart Premiums that you can get at Michael's, as well as the Recollection pens. Those are some really great pens, because these people who are signing are going to be signing like cattle call, and you might be at the last of their pen, and your autograph is ruined because they're out of ink. If you have your pen, you can at least gauge on your own terms how the autograph is going to go. Now, there's some actors like Anthony Daniels who might not take your pen. That's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But it's something to keep in mind. Also, top loaders. Top loader is like a clear sleeve, and I sell them at Celebration for $5 a pop. But you can probably on Amazon get a pack of like 50 for like less than $10. They're great to carry your autographs or your 8x10s or your photo ops, or if you get an 8x10 print that you want to take home, that would be absolutely great in order to do that. But I also recommend an Itoya binder. Now, what's great about this binder is that it comes in various sizes. However, it's filled with acid-free paper in between and the sleeves. So that way you can start to store it and your autograph will not get ruined. And after immense heat, it's not going to start to stick to the top loader. We do not recommend that you put your autographs long-term into a top loader, because temperature gauging can ruin your autograph altogether. Itoya is the best thing you can get over at Michael's. And I'm telling a lot of things you can get at Michael's, because if you go onto michaels.com, even on your cell phone, you can get coupons at that time and get a really good discount for like a couple dollars off, a couple percentage off. It's all worth it. an accordion folder. So if you're a Funko fanatic like I am, and you bring a number of Funkos, you know that it's a lot to carry those stacks. And if you're getting 10 of them, you don't want to be carrying 10 different filled boxes. So what I would do is I would take an accordion folder, like this one right here, just typical accordion folder that has all the different pouches in there and everything of that nature, dividers. And I would take the Funko toy out, fold the Funko, which is natural folds, because it'll fold neatly, and then line it up in the accordion folder by day. So that way you're kept organized, but also you can carry upwards of how many Funkos. I brought 20 to Chicago 2019, and it was perfect. And plus also you could put your 8x10s either in the top loader or loose into the accordion folder. So you're keeping everything together, and it fits perfectly into your backpack. Now, sometimes I also do my 11x14 cast pieces. It doesn't fit into my backpack, so what I'll do is I'll either grab one of the bags that they give at Celebration. I mean, I got a lot in 2017, 2019, and I would carry the 11x14 top loader in that bag. So I had my backpack set and also had a carry bag with me, which is also very, very good from there. Also, if you are bringing full stacked Funko, I recommend going on Amazon or stopping by Hot Topic or a comic store and get the hardcover cases for your Funko. What you don't want to happen is if you're a loose Funko and you're getting your autograph done, and all of a sudden you're carrying it home and you open it up and then the paint is scratched off, you didn't allow it to dry. The hard stacks are great, and then you can put it right into the your shelf or any way you're going to do your Funkos. But another big thing is cash is king. A lot of the vendors do take credit cards, but be very wary because there has been skimmers in both the last two cons that I've gone to for Celebration. Cash is king. Make sure that you come with enough cash. Make sure you go to an ATM before you get to Celebration, because the ATM usually has long lines and runs out of cash by midday. So cash is king. Only charge when you have to charge. Make sure you keep a track of all the events that are going on around Celebration. Some of my best times around Celebration have been the events after the day. And that's the time when you're going to meet a lot of friends, which brings me to the point of, first and foremost, make sure that if you're in town on Tuesday, you come to the Anaheim Hilton Bar, the lobby bar, which is right in the center of the hotel, on Tuesday, the 24th of May at 8 p.m. Pacific for the Not So Virtual Cantina. This will be a low-key time to meet the mod squad, meet the admins of this group, get to know a lot of the members, talk about Star Wars and the fun we're going to have for the week. It's just going to be an easy, leisurely time to go there. It'll be a great time also for some swag trade. But the piece de resistance, the 25th of May, Wednesday, starting at 4 p.m., we have the third annual Bunta Eve Cantina at Big's Bar and Grill in Fullerton, which is a 10-minute drive. So, check out your Uber and Lyft schedules. Just let you know is that starting that Sunday before Celebration, I'll be giving off a code to give you some money off of your first Lyft if you've never taken Lyft before. Also, so at the Bunta Eve Cantina from 4 to 7 o'clock, we are going to have a great autograph session with Samantha Eileen, who was the first female stormtrooper in all the major properties, feature films for Star Wars, all the way back to Rogue One. We're going to have Leilani and Ariel Shu, who were off-world Jawas and Tatooine Jawas in the Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. Kevin Thompson, who was Ewok in Return of the Jedi and also in the Ewok Adventures. Eric Walker, who plays Mace Tawani in the Ewok Adventures. Tim Donaldson, who was an OG Jawa from Episode 4. And Dominic Pace, who was Gecko the bounty hunter in The Mandalorian Season 1. We'll also have authors Tracy Thompson, Richard Walsky, and Craig Miller signing their books that will be for sale as well at Bunta Eve. Now you can pre-order Craig and Kevin's books on Amazon right now and bring it with you to Celebration. To Bunta Eve. But Richard's one you can pre-order on skywalkingthrough neverland.com/book. And you can actually get an icon to pick it up at Boonta Eve and get a little bit of extra stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. The Skywalking Through Neverland crew is going to be podcasting throughout the afternoon of Boonta Eve. And then at 8 o'clock at night, we have the second annual Alderaan Idol competition, which is going to be hosted by Kevin Thompson. And the main judges are going to be from Mandalorian season 1 and 2, Misty Rosas, Leilani Shu, Eric Walker, and Dominic Pace. So it's going to be a great time. We're going to have open karaoke at various times throughout that as well. Don't forget as well is that we have great drink specials, including the Wretched Blue Milk. We're going to have a Mandalorian Mai Tai, a Grogu's Groot, which is a non-alcoholic drink, and the Liquid Shorts Kamikaze Shot, which are going to be absolutely great. 4 to 8 o'clock, bring your Padawans, bring under 21s. This part is for you guys. Make sure you come, bring the family. 8 o'clock for Alderaan Idol, become 21 plus, just to keep that in mind. Once again, this is on May the 25th, 3 weeks from yesterday at Big's Bar and Grill in Fullerton. And don't forget there's other events. There's Rebel Force Radio, there's the 501st Bash, there's many of different events to go to. And just let you know that there are a list of events pinned to the top of our page right now. So every day there's different events that are going to go from there. Couple of quick notes. Tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern and 6:30 Pacific, we have episode 2 of Finding Kenobi, which is our march to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series that comes out during Celebration. Tonight, we're going to be joined by Frank Rich, and we're going to watch Attack of the Clones, episode 2. So we're following the story arc of Obi-Wan pre-Battle of Yavin. So please join us tonight. We have plenty of shows. We have over 2,000 hours of content on the VCN currently. So take a look at that at www.youtube.com/thevirtualcantina network. And during Celebration, keep an eye on our site. Keep it, subscribe, ring that bell. Every time we're going live on the Virtual Cantina Network on YouTube, you'll get a notification. We'll be going live at various times on YouTube and also on Facebook. But please, we would love to see you at the Boonta Eve Cantina. It's going to be very interactive. As we mentioned, we're going to have a Snapchat filter. We're going to have a lot of things that are going to make it like an immersive experience. So I'm just going to look at the list right now and see if there's any questions or comments before we close out today. But thank you very much for joining me midday. Hopefully we'll have some more announcements for you today as far as some guests. Thank you very much, Raul, about the shirt, and greatly appreciate that. Don't worry about the lotteries as well. I mean, yeah, you want to get into it, but there are ways to get the exclusives. You just have to be willing to put the time and effort into that. But it was a great thing, Kane. Let's look it up. Eric Walker, yes, don't forget his panel on the Celebrating the Ewok Adventures, which is going to be a great one with Eric and Kevin. I believe that's going to be on our Hidden Gems for Saturday, which will come out in 2 weeks. Any other questions from everybody? Yeah. Can we talk about the group photo for the VC? Yes. So the group photo for the Virtual Cantina family is we are going to be on by the second floor fountain at the Anaheim Convention Center at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Try to get there at least 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Try to get there about 15 minutes before. We will appreciate that if you have a Virtual Cantina t-shirt, which you can get on TeePublic, look up for Virtual Cantina, or one of our racers, you wear one of our shirts. It's gonna be a quick thing, getting the whole family together and take some pictures. We'd love to see that. Let's see what any other questions right there. Excited for karaoke. We're excited for that, Tom, as well. Tom is one of our alternates for Alderaan Idol. So you can hear his vocal stylings and some other of our luminaries, if you will. There'll be a lot of also surprises at the Boonta Eve Cantina, so make sure that you're coming there. Any other questions? All right, so I'm going to close up with if you learned anything in this, remember these 2 tips and you're going to have a great celebration. The rule of 3, what you want, what you have to do, what you want to do, and what you are okay with missing. But if you have an opportunity to go to, make sure you have backups for everything that you do. And 2, cash is king. We hope to see you tonight on the Virtual Cantina Watch Along. And of course, we want to see you at the Not So Virtual Cantina on Tuesday at the Hilton Anaheim at 8 o'clock. And of course, the 3rd annual Bunta Eve Cantina at Biggs Bar and Grill on Wednesday, the 25th, starting at 4 p.m. This is Spencer saying, this is the way, and may the force be with you.